Dear Chinese Scientists Awards Committee, I'm Chen Yu Zhao, Associate Professor from College of Foreign Studies, Liaoning University, Shenyang, Liaoning Province, China. The main content of my presentation today is to introduce two SSAI papers. Both papers examine the impact of the diversity of Chinese dialects on the cooperate economy. The title of the first article is Does Dialect Diversity Improve Enterprise Employment? Evidence from Chinese listed companies. It was published in the journal International Review of Economics and Finance and is known to all. The employment effect of dialect diversity is not only a fundamental issue in research related to Chinese dialects, it is also of great significance for improving regional employment levels, enhancing people's livelihoods, and driving economic development in China. This paper uses data on regional dialects and listed companies in China from 2011 to 2021 to thoroughly examine the impact of dialect diversity on enterprise employment, and finds that there is a significant positive correlation between them. In terms of internal mechanisms, dialect diversity can enhance enterprise employment levels by expanding the scale of their production and innovation. Further examination reveals that in terms of factor intensity, labor and production exhibit a more pronounced employment effect of dialect diversity in enterprises than capital and R&D innovation. In terms of ownership types, the employment effect of dialect diversity is strongly reflected in samples of private and foreign-funded enterprises, while its significance is not as apparent in state-owned or collective enterprises. In terms of regional types, dialect diversity significantly improves the employment of enterprises in the eastern region, but suppresses the employment of enterprises in other regions. The study provides conclusions on the employment effect of dialects within Chinese enterprises. It also lays a crucial foundation for implementing scale enhancement mechanisms in production and innovation, improving regional support policies and enterprise management systems, and leveraging the employment promotion effect of dialect diversity. The study's research on employment levels has immense practical value for the current Chinese economy by providing an in-depth analysis of regional employment improvement while considering important regional characteristics such as dialect diversity. The study also has considerable theoretical research value and substantial exploratory research value. Besides, this study also makes a further academic contribution by going beyond the baseline analysis of the employment effects of dialect diversity. It explores the logic and the internal mechanisms of the baseline results, examining the interaction between critical variables to thoroughly investigate and analyze their essential prosperities. In the conclusion of this study, based on its findings, this paper proposed several relevant policy recommendations. First, according to the needs for employment improvement and dialect protection in China, the employment promotion effect of regional dialect diversity should be effectively leveraged. The government should explore the synergy and linkage effects between dialect protection policies and the regional employment capacities enhancement policies, while steadfastly promoting and popularizing the national common language and writing system. The government should also aim to improve communication, inclusiveness, and recognition levels in regions with diverse dialects. Second, in combination with the internal mechanisms, the government should effectively harness the diverse of dialects to drive regional production and innovation, thereby expanding the space for labor and human capital aggregation. By prioritizing employment in macroeconomic regulation policies and integrating the effects of regional culture and team productivity improvement with industrial policies, the production capacity of various industries and market titles can be augmented through reduced costs and increased efficiency. Third, the employment effect of dialect diversity should be continuously optimized at the enterprise level. This can be accomplished by strengthening the management of production and innovation factors, including the labor force of enterprises, optimizing the allocation of R&D capital and labor, tracking, organizing, and managing employee work performance, develop and training, and researching the behavioral intentions of labor. The above is the general content of the first article. The second article is titled Does Dialect Diversity Affect Enterprise Performance? Evidence from China. Published in the journal Emerging Markets Finance and Trade. This study examined Chinese industrial enterprises and found that regional dialect diversity is positively associated with enterprise performance. Promoting labor productivity through dialect diversity is a key internal mechanism for improving enterprise performance. Operating in a labor-intensive industry, having a large labor force, and belonging to a Hong Kong, Macau, Taiwan, or foreign-funded enterprise also strengthen the effect of dialect diversity on enterprise performance. This paper provides suggestions for promoting the inheritance of Chinese dialects and enhancing the positive externalities of dialect diversity. There are three key innovative aspects of this research. First, the influence of the culture on enterprises' behaviors is recently the important research topic. Dialects are the core feature of Chinese cultural diversity, and performance is one of the most important production and operation indicators for enterprises. By conducting an in-depth study of the correlation between dialect diversity and the corporate performance, we researched valuable research conclusions in the Chinese context. These conclusions provide guidance for the production and operation of enterprises and support for future research on cultural diversity, economic growth, and technological innovation. Second, we employed comprehensive and representative samples from the database of Chinese industrial enterprises and data regarding Chinese dialects at the country and city levels. This data helped ensure the reliability and the effectiveness of the study and provided the conditions for systematic and in-depth research. Reflecting this paper's innovative perspective on enterprise research. Third, this research not only reached the core conclusion that dialect diversity can improve enterprise performance, effectively filling the research gap on this important topic, but also further employed how dialect diversity influences enterprise productivity. In addition, we closely focused on the characteristics of enterprise productivity, constructed in-depth tests of industry type, staff size, and ownership type, and researched valuable conclusions that are connected with previous research and enriched the literature on this topic. Using data from the industrial enterprises in China from 1999 and to 2013, we examined the impact of dialect diversity on enterprise performance. We used the return on assets and return on equity as variables for enterprise performance and the number of regional dialects and the population-weighted dialect diversity as variables for dialect diversity. Our empirical results indicate that stronger dialect diversity is associated with higher performance. As one of the key channels mediating the effect of dialect diversity on performance. We conducted additional tests on labor productivity and found that enterprises can further improve their performance by increasing labor productivity. Based on this finding, we considered other pertinent factors, namely industry type, staff size, and ownership type. Our results showed that dialect diversity has a stronger promotion effect on enterprise performance in labor-intensive industries. In terms of staff size, the greater the average number of employees, the stronger the enhancement effect of dialect diversity on enterprise performance. For state-owned, collective, legal person, and privately owned enterprises, the positive effect of dialect diversity on enterprise performance is relatively low, whereas for Hong Kong, Macau, Taiwan, and foreign-funded enterprises, the effect is relatively high. The research presented in this paper have several policy implications. First, the relationship between the popularization of a common Chinese language and dialect inheritance should continue to be managed appropriately. The productivity promotion effect of dialects and need for the inheritance and promotion of traditional Chinese culture should be carefully considered. Plans for dialect inheritance and production should be extended, and dialect development and outization projects should be conducted. Plans for the promotion of the Mandarin language should also be optimized to capitalize on productivity spillover effects. The use of modern science and technology, social activities, news, media, and other ways of promoting dialect inheritance also should be explored. The full range of dialects should be promoted, and the source of the promotional effect on productivity should be protected and expanded. Furthermore, the channels mediating the role of dialect diversity in promoting enterprise performance should be expanded, and a more favorable environment for exploring the advantages of dialect diversity should be created. Thank you very much.